Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with the 24th update of our ETF portfolio. You heard it right, it's the 24th update, so I'm already on it for 2 years to giving you an update on our ETF portfolio. And right now it is worth almost 73,000 Swiss francs and we are just shy of 3,300 Swiss francs per year in dividends. So it's October 2025, the end of October 2025. I have currently also 370 subscribers. So in 2 years, that's not bad for me, I think. But if you are not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That would mean a lot to me. So thank you for that. And as always, it's the wrap up for October of 2025. So I'm going to give the dividends that we received, what we bought in October. Always in the end of October we get our wages paid, and then I transfer 900 Swiss francs. This time it was 775. More on that in a minute. And what I'm going to buy in November is LDG and GLDV. So I'm going to again split up the 900 Swiss francs between LDG and GLDV, because LDG needs to come up as well a bit, and GLDV, yeah, it needs to go to 25%. We are almost halfway, so I like to see that, of course. And GLDV is momentarily, yeah, not performing that well, but I believe that it's just a downturn for GLDV. One day it will start picking up, and then we have already a lot of shares of GLDV, and we will profit double from that. So that's just how we roll. Value of our ETF portfolio is next, then the predicted future yearly dividends, the dividends to be received in November, also really important, and GLDV plays a major role in that, but unfortunately the dividend isn't known yet. And then the overview of this video. So we start once again with the dividend from our income ETF XYLF, the S&P covered call from Global X, and we have 200 pieces, and in the beginning of the month, so it was on the 10th that we received it, but it went X coupon on the 12th, on the 2nd of October, and we received per share $0.113299. So in total $22.66, so a little bit less than the previous month, and also less than the previous year. But yeah, improvement is on its way, so more on that at the end of this video. And then we also received the dividend of our SDGPX ETF, so the iShares Global Select Dividend 100 ETF, where we have the most of in our ETF portfolio, 1,406 pieces, making up 57.5% right now of our ETF portfolio. We received 0.411158 euros per share, and in total that means 578.09 euro. You already know this, of course, because you watched, of course, the other video in which I talked about how I bought FLXD on the 15th of October. You can see it in this video. I will put the link in the description down below. And yeah, we bought 24 pieces at the price of 32.74. You see it's way higher than the 578.09 euros that we received, and that's because I already deposited 125 Swiss francs and converted 135 Swiss francs into euros in order to be able to buy 790 euros worth of shares, because I wanted to keep the expense percentage as low as possible. So here we could buy it at 1.25%, I think it was 1.25%. or 1.15%. And then again with GLDV, there we could then still invest 775 Swiss francs. I was only able to buy for 760.40, so 26 pieces at the price of 28.9 Swiss francs. And this meant that we had more or less a cost of 1.15% when we invested in GLDV. I believe that we made the correct choice. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments down below. But in the meantime, my fund is topped up again with the 125 Swiss francs that I deposited a little bit earlier already. And yeah, now I only transferred 775 Swiss francs on our payday to Swissquote. And our ETF portfolio now looks like this. So with 26 pieces added to GLDV, we now have 289 pieces. And that is also one thing that I don't like about this overview of Swissquote. You get the quantity, but you don't get the total amount of GLDV that you have. So somewhere they should actually give. So when you put here bought quantity 26, total quantity in portfolio, that would be nice. Maybe it's too much, but yeah, then it's more obvious that how many shares you already have of that ETF. So yeah, we have now 289, and FLXD with 24 pieces, now we have 231. And you can see that we have 3 ETFs of the 7 that went down in price, but only slightly. Actually, LDG went down the most, and FLXD was, yeah, it was only 0.05 euros that it dropped, so not that big of a deal there. And SGPX, yeah, that one dropped, of course, because they paid out their dividend on the 15th. So in fact, actually, it also when I add the dividend that it paid out, it would be in the green, but yeah, in all honesty, it is red, so I depicted red. And also the euro, once again, it became weaker against the Swiss francs, so this hurt our total worth of SGPX in Swiss francs and also our dividend. You will see that later. But of course, with adding 26 pieces GLDV, that one is major in the green, just like FLXD, even though there the price went down just so slightly. It's well in the green there. And XYLF actually recovered quite good. It's up. I think it's more. It's up 2% in the past week. So only in the past week to up 2%. So that's really nice. And it's definitely needed because they will go ex-dividend at the end of this month once again. And yeah, when they go ex-dividend, the dividend is taken away from the worth of the ETF. So hopefully we, yeah, it's going to continue to go up. But it's really annoying these days. The stock market is moving up and down like a yo-yo. So yeah, it's sometimes really annoying. I wanted for the U portfolio Accor. It went to 18 PE value once again, and I was hoping to see it even drop lower, and then they announced really good results, of course, and today it went up like crazy. So no way that I'm going to be able to buy Accor in the future, and that's a little bit annoying, but that's just the way it is. And EMHD, that went up 3% in the past month, so even more than 3%. It was around 26 and a little bit, 26,035 or something like that. So it moved up with 3%, and you can see the total value moving up there as well. And okay, the dollar, it's in the green, but it's only 0.1 cent, so it's not it didn't move that much this past month. And then we can go to the portfolio value of our ETF portfolio. So in the 23rd update on the 3rd of October, so I was a little bit late on at the end of last month, and I did it in the beginning of this month. Our portfolio was worth 71,926.65 Swiss francs. We bought 24 pieces of FLXD and 26 pieces of GLDV, and now the total worth of our portfolio is 72,955.48 Swiss francs. And this means we have a plus of 1,028.83, but we invested 1,484.28 Swiss francs. So this means that our portfolio actually went down with 455.45 Swiss francs, or minus 0.63%. As such, not that big of a deal. It's the way it works on the stock market. It moves up and down. Now this month it's in the red, so it's not a great month, but we keep our consistency going and we will continue to do it. Remember, time in the market beats timing the market, and we also received 2 dividends, which actually turn this number from the red into the green. So minus 455.45, but XYLF contributed 18.27 Swiss francs and SGPX 537.40 Swiss francs. So with those amounts added, we are up in the green once again in this month, 100.22 Swiss francs. So not a lot, 0.14%, but we are still in the green. So it's not a great month, but yeah, it's still positive, so we can't complain at all. And the total dollar amount on our Swiss quote account is now $77.47. So we had 54.81, sorry for that, $54.81 in the previous month. Now we added $22.66, so in total now 77.47. And the total euro amount on our Swiss quote account is 16 euros, so we had 88.10. We added the 578.09 from SEGPX. We then invested 794.94 euros into FLXD, but of course for that we converted 135 Swiss francs into euro, and this was converted towards 144.75. If you want to see exactly what happened for buying FLXD, I advise to look at the video that I made about buying FLXD. The link is in the description down below. And here you have then the predicted future dividends that once again moved up to 3,296.99 Swiss francs, so just shy of 3,300 Swiss francs per year. And that's mainly due to the conversion rate for the euro that moved down from 0.934 or 5 to 0.925. So it's not a lot, but when you look at the dividend from SGPX, it was more than 2,000 Swiss francs, and now it dropped below 2,000 Swiss francs once again. So that's a bit annoying, but yeah, as I said before, that's just the way it goes. The euro, yeah, it is just way weaker than the Swiss francs here. The Swiss economy is handling itself really well. The Swiss National Bank is handling the inflation really good. It's also a really stable, stable country here. So that's why the Swiss francs is gaining in strength compared to the euro, and in the past year also a lot compared to the US dollar. Okay, this month the US dollar moved up with 0.1 cent. That's not a lot, but this means that for VHYL our total dividend is also slightly positive. The same is true for XYLF, but there we also have a slight increase in the expected dividend for the next year. So that's another good thing. You can see it here. XYLF on the 30th of this month, they will go ex-dividend, and the dividend will be $0.150943 compared to last year in the same month, in the same period. Then it was 0.139750. So after 2 months where the dividend was slightly lower than the dividends of the previous year, once again XYLF is paying out a little bit more than the previous year. So I'm happy to see that. Unfortunately, GLDV is going to go ex-coupon in the beginning of the month of November. And then the record date, they always pay out 12-13 days later. So it's not known just yet. Here it needs to be dollar, and I put a 6. So sorry for that. It's going to be dollars, of course, that they pay out. And the previous year it was $0.2885 that they paid out in the fourth quarter of the year. So I'm curious whether or not they are going to go a little bit higher than that amount, yes or no. But yeah, still no announcement on the site of State Street, so we have to stay patient for that one. And then we can go to the final slide of this video, where I give the final overview of this video. So we invested 1,501.84 Swiss francs. That is with costs included. So earlier the number that I subtracted from our total portfolio worth, that was 1,484 Swiss francs, and that's just because the costs were already deducted from that, because it's not really value that is added to your portfolio, but you need to pay the cost. So here I always give my total cost, and that means we invested 895.40 Swiss francs of new money. So just only 4.60 Swiss francs not invested of our monthly 900 Swiss francs that we deposit, and 537.40 euros of reinvested dividends. No, it's 437.40 Swiss francs that we reinvested, and that corresponds to the 578.09 euros that we received from SDGPX. I also deposited 200 Swiss francs into my U portfolio this month, and you will have to wait till I think it's Monday. I'm going to post it Monday evening, because this weekend I'm way too busy, so I don't have time to make the video. I'm going to prepare some parts of it already, and then later Monday evening you can expect to see the video pop up of our U portfolio, of my U portfolio. And the future yearly dividend now is 3,296.99 Swiss francs. So this means a plus of 37.91 Swiss francs compared to last month, and just under 275 Swiss francs per month. Our next goal is still the 300 Swiss francs per month marker, but I was really I was a bit disappointed that here it wasn't 275 and that it here wasn't 3,300 Swiss francs. So, okay, the next big goal is 300 Swiss francs per month because that's the amount where my wife and I started with way back in the days. And this would mean that we more or less on average invest 300 Swiss francs by reinvesting dividends, and that's the same amount as with what we started with. So that's really, yeah, big for us. And even though we are now investing 900 Swiss francs per month, yeah, adding the 300 Swiss francs per month is just an extra bonus then. And in the past month, we are up 100.22 Swiss francs. So plus 0.14%. Again, a typo with again. An A too much. So again, only slightly positive. Just like the previous month, then we were up 0.24%, I think it was. But it's still a plus, so we can't complain at all. And the total portfolio worth right now is 72,955.48 Swiss francs, which means that we have a dividend yield slightly lower than previous month, with now 4.52%. Our yield on cost is 4.81%, so also a slight drop there. And also our, yeah, when we only count the money that we didn't reinvest with the reinvested dividends, then the own money return, dividend return on our own money is 5.68%. So that's a bit crazy. You know that I don't like this number, but a lot of people say that they still want to see it, so that's why I keep it in. And a yield on cost of 4.81% means that we still have a buffer to maintain our goal of the rule of 300. And with that being said, I thank you for watching to this one. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit that like button as well. That helps out my channel enormously. If you want, you can hit that bell notification as well, but that's not really necessary for me. And thank you for watching to this one, and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye.